Hello everyone, myself Bharadwaj. In this video, I will discuss about how to check power supply in Yokogawa DCS system. If you see in Yokogawa DCS, we have two power supply modules installed on the right side. Okay, these two are the power supply modules. And these power supply modules provide two types of voltages. Okay, if you see here, we have system SYS system and FLD field. It provides two power supplies, one for system, second for field. If you see, there are modules installed on the each node in DCS system, right? These power supply modules provide plus 5 volts DC power supply to the I/O modules, CPU, serial communication cards. Okay, I/O modules like analog input, analog output, digital input, digital output, or communication cards like serial communication, Modbus, Profibus, Foundation Field Bus, whatever cards you will install on the node. These two power supplies provide the required voltage, which is 5 volts for the module's operation. Remember that. And also, it will provide plus 24 volts DC power supply to the field instruments. Whatever the field instruments connected to the respective I/O modules in this node, okay, for all those instruments, these two power supply modules provide the required power. Like, let's say your transmitter requires 4 to 20 milliamp signal for its operation and also for carrying the signal. For that purpose, these two modules will provide the power supply modules to your required I/O modules, and then I/O modules provide the power to the connected field instruments. Okay, if you have barriers, then it will go up to the barrier, and from the barrier again, another power supply may go to the field. That depends on your design and configuration. Okay. Now, we have to measure these two voltages for all the power supply cards installed in your DCS system. That is very important. Either you have to check monthly ones or quarterly ones or yearly ones. That depends on your plant uh, procedures. Okay. Now I will show you how to measure these two voltages. You can use your multimeter, connect the negative probe to the ground, and then you have to place your positive terminal across the 5 volts. Then we will check the reading now. Okay. Now I am measuring the system power, which is 5 volts DC power supply. If you see, it is right now, the voltage is around 5.12 volts DC power supply. These two modules providing, this module is providing 5.12 DC to these modules. Okay. Next, I will measure the 24 volts DC field power. See, I connected 24 volt DC, and right now the reading is 23.97 DC voltage. Okay, like this, you have to measure the power supplies for all your cards. Remember that. If you see here, this is my node 1. These two are my power supplies. Why two are provided? Because these are critical modules. Let's say I only have one module, one power supply module, and the power supply module is, right, let's say it is damaged. Then what happens? then the power is not available to these modules, IO modules. These two are CPU, these two are communication, and these are the respective IO modules. All will be down. That means your plant is tripped if that happens. That is why the critical modules will be minimum two. If one fails, the second one will take care. Okay. If you see in this node 1, this is my node 1, you can see these two are CPUs are installed. These two power supply modules provide the system power to these modules only. Whatever the modules installed in the respective node, this is my first node, okay, first line in simple terms. These modules only receive the power from these two power supplies. And these two power supply modules provide the required field instruments, okay, power. That means that field instruments must be connected to these modules only. Let's say you have second node, third node, fourth node. Then each node will have dedicated power supplies. Two power supplies will be there for each node. And you can observe on the right side. Okay. During the design time, okay, the engineers will calculate the required power based on the connected instruments. Let's say they connected some 50 instruments to these modules. Then they will calculate the required power consumption for those 50 instruments. Plus, they will give some spare power consumption, 20%, 30%. That depends on their design. And they will calculate the modules requirement, power consumption requirement. Based on that, they will have some figure, right? They will have some number. Accordingly, they will choose the required power supply model. But in maintenance, we have to periodically check these readings, system power and field power of individual power supply module. Right now, I tested only for this left side power supply module. Similarly, you have to check for the right side power supply module readings also, and then you have to record in your documentation. You have to repeat for all your DCS systems, okay, all your FCS. And if you have multiple nodes, that means you have multiple number of power supply cards. You have to repeat the same test for each and every power supply module and record your observations. This is very helpful if the difference is so much. That means your card is going to fail. So you can avoid these type of situations if you have periodical maintenance procedures in your plant. I covered the basic testing of the power supply modules. And if you know any better procedures, if you maintenance procedures or protocols or any suggestions and tips, you can share with us through the comment section. Please do like our videos and share with your friends and colleagues. Thank you for your support. I will meet you in the next video. Thank you.